I seriously want to know, why do people still go to fast food restaurants now? The prices are astronomical. Now I might go get a apple pie every now and then, But other than that, but I just don't see why people frequent fast food places, especially in certain parts of the city. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Let's hit it.
New tonight, people at a popular tourist spot in Osceola County running for their lives last night after deputies say a Checkers employee shot and killed a customer all over a fast food order. Good evening. I'm Greg Warmouth.
And I'm Martha Sigalski. We first told you on Eyewitness News at 4 that deputies arrested this man, Elijah McKee, for first-degree murder. This all happening.
Got that no remorse look, perp walk. Probably doing it for the cameras though. I'm sure he probably ain't anybody with any kind of sense ain't trying to go to prison at all.
In Old Town next to Fun Spot Kissimmee. Channel 9 Scott Martin is live after talking to people who were there.
Florida.
And Scott, this fast food joint is still a crime scene. Hard to believe this is all over an order.
Martha, and that's exactly what people were telling me out here as well. But the crime scene tape still blocking off the drive-through area. In fact, I talked to one man who says that he had just grabbed dinner here at this Checkers before the shooting. And also workers here at some of the rides and amusement rides here tell me that people started running when they heard the gunshots. A Checkers fast food location next to a tourist destination, now an active crime scene.
There were whole bunch of cops here. Like, it was scary.
A crowded hotspot where Kelvin.
Can I? Y'all see that, right? What does that say? I don't know what that is. Don't care what it say. This person here, and it's so sad. She's a pretty young chocolate little girl with glasses on. Looks astute, probably smart, probably a straight A student. But you got this on your neck. Yeah, you really ain't trying to get a job in corporate America. She probably runs her own business. Has to. Because with this year, you ain't trying to work nowhere. Except maybe at Checkers.
It was scary.
A crowded hotspot where Kelvin Lindsay says he picked up dinner Wednesday night at Checkers, later driving by to find the entire area full of law enforcement.
From every entrance, there was more cops. And I was sitting here like, where are all these officers? Why they're here? What are they doing? And
what the hell? Is that even a beer? Where are they finding these people? This ain't real. This story ain't real. Y'all, they trolling us with this story. They really are. They really are.
And then when we finally got up to this area, then this was a concentrated area where a lot of officers was at.
Osceola County deputies say an argument between this man, 23-year-old Elijah Mackey, an employee at Checkers, and a customer got into an argument over a food order. That's when investigators say Mackey drew a gun and shot the customer.
It's just crazy. I mean, it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be that serious where you get into an argument and then you wind up taking somebody's life.
People working next to the Checkers tell me they heard gunshots and everyone started running. They shut everything down for the night.
Just thinking about it, I probably would have took off too. And I don't know where I would have took off to, but it's far. So yeah.
Mackey was taken into custody Thursday and faces a first-degree murder charge. People we talked to say there's growing gun violence that needs to stop.
People got to change. Like, learn how to control your emotions. Like, it's not that serious.
And this makes it even worse because this is coming from a woman. And we like to say that women are very emotional, don't know how to handle situations. And yet men are supposed to be the ones with the level head, know how to, do conflict resolution. But these young YNs now, that brother looked like he probably shouldn't even been working at Checkers. I guess that was his mug shot. So I guess it's how he looked after the fact. But she's saying, even with all these tattoos, what does that say? Something D-Love? I don't know what the heck that is. But anyway, she's saying as a young lady that, this is getting out of hand, gotta learn how to, resolve issues. It's like people like, oh, emotional. What was this the other hold on.
A lot of things can get escalated to that point because of misunderstandings.
The sheriff's office telling us that the victim in this case, his name is Wesley Robertson. They say that he died from his injuries after being taken to the hospital. As for that suspect, he is in the Osceola County Jail tonight. Reporting live in Kissimmee, I'm Scott Martin, WFTV tonight.
What was this? Was it not even a week or two ago where two employees went out to the parking lot to fight? Which, I mean, shoot, if you got a conflict and you need to solve it, I guess as men, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna throw hands. But then you have the one who can't take an ass whooping, and he pulls a gun out and shoots the other guy. What did they do there? What at Checkers? Now I can understand Popeye's biscuits. Popeye's got some pretty good biscuits, man. You waste them, and yeah, that could that could get you hurt. But Checkers, I'm not sure what at Checkers is worth escalating enough to where you're gonna delete somebody. I remember back in the days, and think about Checkers. Checkers closed down a lot down here in the South. I remember it was a Checkers that opened when I was in high school, and I'm not sure how long it was open after that, but I don't think it stayed open long. I knew a guy that worked at Checkers. I used to go there all the time because he could get with some fries and stuff like that, or give me a discount on burgers. Burgers be half cooked anyway, but that's back when I ate meat. So that's a long 30 years ago. My God, damn, time go by fast. But anyway, yeah, this is embarrassing, man. Like I say, folks are bringing guns to work. You would think, okay, they're doing it because they get off late, they're in a bad neighborhood, they get it for protection. But to argue over order with a customer, that has nothing to do with protection. Released a video within the last couple of days that was about a lady at Walmart out here in the Cedar Hill area. Got mad because a woman was paying for a slushy, $1.06 slushy, put the money on the countertop, and the cashier got mad and told her and cussed her out, said, "You need to put the money in my effing hand." And the woman said she looked at her like something was wrong with her, so she just turned to walk. And the woman and the cashier ran around the register, the counter, and started pushing this woman and started beating this woman all over $1.06. Which, if she would have handled it like she was supposed to, I've heard people say that a lot of times it's disrespect. It could be a racial, what I'm saying, motivation behind it as why people don't put the money in the person's hand. I get it. I mean, in certain situations, people might, what I'm saying, somebody might just got like a pocket full of change, so they put the dollar down and grab. I remember back in the day being in line behind a preacher or a deacon at a store. They come to the store when I worked in Minyards. They put the money in or they hand you the money or whatever, and then they might put the money down the counter and they reach in their pocket and you hear a bunch of keys and a bunch of change and they jiggling and they pulling out and they giving you exact change. I mean, I think it's just how you take it. But regardless, even if you think it's disrespectful, matter of fact, there was a lady who commented on that video, said she went through like a similar thing where a woman put the money on the countertop. I said, looked her dead in the eye, put the money on the countertop. Okay, then that's a sign of disrespect. So what she did when she gave her change back, she put it on the countertop and slid across. The woman got upset. That lets you know that woman did that on purpose. It was some evil malice behind it. To the point where she threatened to call a manager, a supervisor, and the lady that commented said she gave her the supervisor number, name, the manager number, name, said you call him and whatever, what I'm saying, and tell him everything what you think happened. She said she called the manager, told her about what happened. The manager said, that's fine. We'll take care of it. About a week or two later, she talked to that manager. She said the woman never called, just wolf tickets. You see what I'm saying? So what ended up happening in, the lady still had her job. This lady here at Walmart who beating folk, she got a charge. Now you're in court. Now you got court cases. All for what? Because you felt disrespected. You could have just cussed the woman out, let her walk out. I mean, you probably still would have had a job or probably had to do some kind of anger management training, but sensitivity training, but putting hands on it, oh no, that's gonna get you a federal charge. Not a federal, but I mean a felony charge probably. But this here, over an order, like I said, I don't know what could have been at Checkers, my bad. At Checkers, that could have been worth it. I want to know more details. Maybe I'll look into it, keep an eye on it, follow up here, saying short follow up on a little more to see what actually happened to this YN. But these youngsters, man, I don't know what's wrong with them. I'm gonna tell y'all like this, like seriously, we gotta look out for the future. It's like Master P say, man, he only deal with old folks and kids, man. The people in the middle, man, you're on your own because what they tell you by the time a person is 12, 13 years old, they're already stuck in their ways. They're going to be who they're going to be. They are who they're going to be. So with that being said, shoot, you got to start with the youth. And one thing you got to do is, watch them back. Well, I ain't going to say that. Watch the food. You know what I'm saying? Keep that sugar out their system. That processed sugar out their system at a young age. Keep them on fruits and vegetables and water and nuts and beans and things of that nature. You start them out like that, then they're not going to really trip the older they get because they're used to it. But if you don't start them out like that, you start them with the hamburgers and fries and shakes and sodas and stuff like that. When they get older and you try to put it on, try to bring it to them, they're not going to want it, not going to take it. They're going to trip out. They're going to have all this sugar withdrawal and not going to know how to act. Something is causing this youth to be so doggone emotional that it's ridiculous. We got to find the reasoning behind it, not just talking about it, protesting about it, talking about people are too violent. You know what I'm saying? There got to be a change with gun laws. It ain't got nothing to do with that. You can have all the laws in the world. It ain't gonna stop nobody from doing what they want to do. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below. Share it with the world. Have intelligent conversation. You know how we do around here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those 4 things cost you maybe a couple of minutes out your day, but it means the world to us here. If you'd like to support us financially, you can get super thanks, super chat, super stickers, or you can go to the description box where there's a couple of links there you can click on and help us out that way. Now, if you want something tangible for your dollars, which a lot of people do, go to marlonmorale.com, hit our Shopify store, or hit the link below, or just hit the shop button below and check out all our luxury products. We got fragrances that last all day, beard products, silk products, handbags, much more. Check it out. You will not be disappointed. And with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.